People, right, today's little project on the Pioneer Nevada 125 or direct bikes DB125L 4B is going to be indicators. If I spin it round, I'll show you what I mean. Front ones are good, back ones not so good. I think they're factory fitted because these bikes, some of these bikes came originally with bags on the back. I'll spin it round, you can see what I mean. Okay, right, front ones, bit of a scuff on the lens, but that's okay. Back ones, not good. Tried tightening the nut up behind, but it's gone. And I think they fitted these in the factory because some of these bikes came with bags, so normal standout indicators wouldn't work, so they put these little crappy things on. So yeah, basically we're going to be taking these off, put in some cheap ones on that I've picked up off eBay. I can show you. Just for the back, I'm leaving the front as it is, but I've got nice little chrome ones for the back with clear lenses and orange bulbs to make it legal here in the UK. It's only a short bit of wire, so I may have to extend the wires, but that's our first video project. So first things first, I need to get both seats off. The front seat on the left hand side of the bike, you've got a key down on the side panel. Put the key in, turn him clockwise, and that will undo the seat clasp. Now you need two hands to do this, so you've got to turn the key and lift the back of the seat at the same time. Okay. The back seat, because I got to get to the wires for the indicators underneath here to bring them up through, is 2 bolts and a bolt tucked in at the back by there. So we'll go and get some tools, we'll whip them off, and then we'll come back. Alright, I got the seat off. I was expecting the cables to come out through and under the seat, but looking at it, they don't. They actually run along each side, and then on that side you've got, if I take you round, a small rubber grommet that the indicators go back in through and for the rear lights. This side is no grommet, but what they've done, they've taken the cable out and up behind the sissy bar to the connectors. And typical Chinese, you've got a blue and a green, but then you've got the green connected to the blue and the blue connected to the green. Fun. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to nip the wires off the old indicator like that, pull him through, and then I don't know why there's two separate. You can see it's not a very good job, whoever did this. I can't see that being factory, but you never know. So yeah, so basically I'm going to renew the wiring from this junction through to the new wires on my indicator. I'll plug them in first to check which is the right way round, blue and green on this side, and then I'll have to make up a new length of wire to go through and see what, if I can get some of this plastic to go through it, and then we'll have to try burying it down along here because there's no other way to get it back. I don't really want to take it all the way round and then loop it over. So I'll get that prepped up and then we'll come back and have a look. Alright, there she is. So what I've done is I've brought the wire underneath behind the sissy rail down. I've tidied and neatened up the wires and packed them in behind. Done the same on the other side. So they now are, look at that, the front is going, back is going, The other side. Back is going. There we are. So next up is headlight bulb. So I'll show you how to change the headlight bulb. Bar ends we got to put on, and then I think we'll call that it for this video then. Stay tuned. Next up we're going to do the headlight. We've got the headlight bulb. That's the code for this particular bike if you want to know. So basically how to change the headlight bulb. On most headlights you'll have, if you can see it there, one. Generally you'll have another one on the other side, if I can get in. There he is. But there. You'll have two Phillips or posi head screws to undo with your screwdriver. Then, once you undo those, the top of the headlight, you'll either have a third screw on top or the headlight will be clicked in. So once you undo them two screws, you take the headlight out and down. I'll take those screws out, show you how to fit the bulb. Got the two screws out, so I'll try and do this one-handed, but basically the bottom of the bulb, the headlight is going to come out first, then the top. And the top you can see then, that's the little hooks at the top. When you put it back in, they hook in and up. Drop them down. Now I've already taken the bulb out of this one to put into my son's ting tong, but they'll all have some rubber or something, this end the best. And then obviously some will have a spring clip over this that you'll open the legs and it'll spring up. Most of them are like a twist and play. See how I give that a little twist, that goes back in then and quarter of a turn like that. And then basically your bulb, if I can get the bulb out of the box to show you without dropping it. Now I was always taught, or told, whether it's right or not, I don't know, if you want to put in the comments if you know different. I was always taught not to hold on to the glass part of the bulb with your hands if you can. Why? I don't know. Something to do with the degradation of the filament. I don't know. If it's right, great. If it's not, put a comment down below. Now all you've got to do is, if I get a little rag, it's going to be hard for me to, but if you look on there's two splines on the bulb. That one and that one. You put the bulb down safe a minute. And basically those splines are going to go in there and there. There's a thick spline and a thin spline on this particular bike. So you just put it in, the bulb in, and twist. Does that make sense? So you put the bulb, once you've got the splines lined up right, you drop the bulb down in, little resistance, and then quarter of a turn on the bulb. It's really hard for me to video this, to be honest, because I've not got anybody here to hold the camera. But I'll put the bulb in and I'll see if I can show you what I mean. And that's it. So you can see you've got a bigger spline on the one side than the other, so the bulb will only go in this particular bike, the bulb will only go in one way. You push the bulb down and then quarter of a turn on the bulb. This then goes back into the housing the same way, down and then quarter of a turn to lock him in place. Like I say, some have got a spring clip that pulls over as well, but this particular one doesn't have it. Try and put the rubber back over the best you can. Like you see, this is pretty perished. And then what I always do before I put the actual light back in is switch him on, just check that you've got the bulbs are working. There. So I've got side light, main light, flasher and high beam. So as you can see, it's all working. So ignition back off. So you can button them up the same. So it's, remember you've got that little clip in there. Obviously you've got to make sure your wires are out of the way as well, but basically that clip has got to go up and under, and he slots in. Push the headlight back so that the seat's all the way round, so you haven't got a gap, and then fix him back in with your screws, one each side. Okay, that's the headlight going to be done. I'll get this buttoned up and then we'll have a quick look at the bar ends. Right, these are the bar ends that she's bought for the bike. Quite snazzy. Now everything has come from Lexeter. The website is chinesepartsonline.co.uk. They're a part of Lexeter, and they're the main importers of all these parts for these Chinese bikes. So here in the UK. So we'll open this up again, one-handed. And basically you've got different size bushes in the pack. If I just give you a quick, it's an Allen key head. And basically all it is once you take your old ones off, see there's only one on the bike. Basically that's going to go inside the handlebar. You're going to tighten the Allen key, which pulls on that nut and squashes basically that rubber bung out. That in turn is going to bite and hold on the handlebar. Now you've got to be careful with your throttle side, because obviously you need that throttle to have free play, so don't go cramming this as hard in as you can against your throttle. So you want a little bit of gap down there. Focus. And it's as easy as Allen key in the end. You may have to hold the bar end as you do this to start. Trying to do this one-handed for you. If I can hold it with my finger. No, it's going to be a two-hander, but basically all you're doing, that's getting tighter already, as you see. And if you think to start with that the bung is too small, then they've given you a few different sizes in the packs. If I wanted to change up to that one, would that be too big? Yeah, that would barely go in there. So I think the one that we got in at the moment is okay. I just need both hands to hold it on, but basically that's the technique. Put that in the handlebar, hold that, tighten him up, and then that'll be on. I'll do that, we'll have a look, see what he looks at the end. There you are. How are they? Snazzy? I think they came in at a pricely sum, I think of about £6 for the pair. So like I say, I've given a little bit of a gap between the throttle so that your throttle is not going to get hung up and snagged and stay on. Yeah, they look quite nice, to be honest. So there you are. I'm going to call it quits for tonight. We've done the indicators, the bar ends, and changing the headlight bulb. Thanks for watching. We'll have more videos coming up soon. More content. Peace out, people.